Hi there. So I was eating dinner last night, and it wasn't super fancy or anything. But it was a nice dinner. I think it was white rice, some air fried tofu with a little flavored coating, breading around it, and some peas and corn for vegetables. And I was eating that. It was pretty tasty, and I'm eating this with my dad. And in the middle of the meal, I asked him for a piece of chocolate because he's sitting over to my left, and he has this little bag of dark chocolate squares that we keep normally in the pantry. So I asked him for that, and he hands me the bag, and I take one, and I kind of just laugh at how absurd my position is compared to the rest of the world, at how hilarious it is that I can have 3 meals a day, they're each 1,000 calories, with such hilarious variety, while also eating chocolate imported from Europe and still have more left over. And, I've been thankful for the things that I've had before. And I've even acknowledged that despite not being, despite not having absurd possessions or anything, that the way that I live and the way that my family lives compared to the rest of the world, or even compared to most of America, is top 1% living. But it had never occurred to me just how comically good I had it until I got that piece of chocolate while I was eating dinner. Which I guess brings me to everyone else. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it on, an Apple device or an Android device, or some sort of device that only the top X% of the world has. And maybe if you're someone like me or like my family, you even have that hilarious variety in food that you can have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I suppose I don't really have much of a point other than to be grateful for how comically good we have it, not just compared to the rest of history or the rest of the world right now or the rest of America right now, but maybe even in your city or in your neighborhood. My family's well off. My parents, though divorced, they never verbally or physically abused me or any of my siblings. And I've had the privilege to travel to different exotic places around America, though no other countries at least. And it's hard to continuously acknowledge that I have it comically good. This is not to say that complaining is never justified. I like to use the saying, you can drown in an ocean just as well as you can drown in a pool. But it's certainly less justified than the people who, on top of having no variety in food, have no food whatsoever, have limited access to the technology that I'm talking to the two people who are going to watch this on. or any of the luxuries that I take for granted. So, even though I can't remain in this, or I can't feasibly remain in this state of gratitude for the rest of my life 100% of the time, I can at least take 5 minutes and 25 seconds out of my day to acknowledge it right now. So yeah, I have it absurdly good. Just absurdly good. And all of the problems, well, most of the problems in my life, though they are probably at some level shared with a lot of humanity, they really don't stack up to what a lot of the world has. So whoever or whatever has given me all the things that I have, I don't believe in God, but whoever has done that, thank you. It's more than I deserve, and it's more than I'm ever going to deserve. That's it.